What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to like and share the vids. Again, thanks to everyone that continues to do that. You can also support the channel as well. I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, before we start, Happy New Year, people. Happy New Year. A new decade. Bloody hell. Time waits for absolutely nobody. I can't believe we're in 2020. I can't believe it. I hope that 2019 was a good one for you. And if it wasn't, I hope that 2020 will be a lot better. A lot of people have asked me, I see on the comment section when I've been doing these what next videos, a few people have asked what next for me. 2019 was bloody hard for me. Can't lie to you. Bloody hard. The hardest year of my adult life. I've had some difficult years, but in terms of like financially, mentally, emotionally, all the Lees, it by far was the toughest. It started so well. In fact. I started the year in South Africa, I believe. Yeah, I was in South Africa, and Fox Sports had just started there. Or they hadn't just started, but they just got me on board with their boxing. So I was commentating for Fox Sports Africa on their boxing shows. Kwesi Sports, who were kind of into their third year in Africa, or South Africa, sorry. I was doing their boxing as well, but I was also doing a number of other shows for them. So I was talking about football for them, basketball, and mixed martial arts, just because I love so many sports. They were using me quite a lot. So I was pretty much, at the start of the year, I was doing okay, I can't lie to you, financially as well, and professionally. So it wasn't just the money. I was getting opportunities that shocked me, like Fox Sports shocked me. From coming from Islington Council 3-4 years prior to being on Fox Sports was like massive for me. But Kwesi was good as well. They were opening so many different doors to me in South Africa. They were giving me opportunities that I wasn't getting here. So it was such a good time for me. So I continued with those gigs, plus other little ones here and there, but those were the two main gigs. I continued with those up until May. And then fucking shit hit the fan. I can't lie to you. So Fox Sports pretty much stopped their boxing. I hope they're going to start up again. I have heard rumors they're going to start up again, and I'll be involved in that. But Kwesi literally just collapsed. So that was it. Kwesi literally went from me flying out to South Africa once every 3 or 4 weeks. So it just stopped. Like literally, Kwesi just collapsed. They owed people thousands. They owed me thousands. I've still not got a penny from them. And that was it. So again, started well. Then the midpoint, really bad, to the point where you've gone from having 2 or 3 jobs, traveling the world, to just it done. It literally just stopped like that. So I came back here, and I had obviously some savings. I didn't spend money on stupid shit. So in my head, I was thinking, it's all right. You know, back in London, I was happy to kind of get this YouTube channel back up and running again. Obviously, I changed the background a little bit. Just wanted to freshen it up. So I was thinking of ideas about the YouTube channel, but at the same time, I was thinking, I'm going to get my money back from Kwesi. You know, that's going to come. Plus, I'm going to start trying to get opportunities over here. Kwesi money didn't come, and neither did any opportunities, really. So I started to panic a bit. And I think around sort of September, October, I really started to panic. So money just gone. Money ran out. Wasn't getting many opportunities. Continue to do these vids because I love doing them. People always ask me about the financial aspect of these vids. Doesn't pay much. Can't lie to you. I just love doing them. That's what it is. And I think it helps me to just talk on camera all the time, just because, again, when I do go for these jobs, you're doing this, so it helps. I've got that advantage. So yeah, I continue to do these vids. Nothing September, nothing October. I'm not even bullshitting you. Went away in November with literally the last pennies I had. I thought, fuck it, I'm going. Was it November? I can't remember now. I think it was November. I went to Cuba. And before going to Cuba, I applied for the Sky Sports job. Didn't even expect anything, if I'm honest with you. I just saw it and I thought, I've got to be proactive, apply for it. Even though I never felt like I was ready for that, I thought just apply for it regardless, because if you get an interview, they're going to give you some good feedback. Applied for it, didn't get the job I went for, but then ended up getting the job that they recommended me for, which was good, which is the transfer talk show. and other bits after that, some reporting gigs. So I got that. I start that in, 6 or 7 days. So I've been prepping for that a lot. And then I got the CNN call to go on CNN as well. I was like, fucking hell, the year's ended well. So from literally doing Fox and Quest at the beginning of the year to nothing and shitting myself to the point where I was actually thinking I need to get a proper job. I hadn't worked, by the way. I have not had I say proper job, but like 9 to 5. I've not had a 9 to 5 for like 4.5 years. Well, yeah, about that, 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years. So the idea of actually going back into that workforce was just fucking nightmare for me. I was like, no, it wasn't even an option. Honestly, it wasn't even an option. I was just going to keep on hustling and struggling to find what I wanted to do, especially at this age at 38. I want to do what I want to do. So to end the year with Sky and CNN, just ridiculous. I'm not joking, ridiculous. I was that close to finding a fucking job, or at least doing a CV, or even, I'm not even joking, people might laugh at this, but I was even that close to going to the job center. No bullshit. So yeah, for Sky and CNN to come at the back end of the year, boy, mate, fucking, I was nearly in tears. I'm not even bullshitting you guys. I know some of you might laugh at that, but I was nearly in tears, especially when I got the call from Sky. Again, you guys know the backstory. There is no journalism degree. There is no university degree. I fucked up in college. This is it. I've just been doing these videos. So to go from this to that, and then CNN and Sky is remarkable. So anyway, what I want to do in 2020, I am fucking on attack mode. Like attack, full on attack mode. I'm not letting 2019 happen again. No way. I'm not like putting all my eggs in one basket and just thinking I'm cushy and nice and relaxed and there's good money in the pocket. No way. So I am going in full work mode. There's so many things out there you can do. There's so many things I've been restricting myself that I can do. And what I can do, believe it or not, is I can speak. I can speak to a camera. And that means there's so many options out there. It doesn't have to just be about boxing or football. It can literally be about anything. So my two biggest goals, I'm going to share them with you for 2020, are the Olympics and the Euros. That's it. Those are my two biggest goals. Again, it's not financially. It's just a case of I can do it. So I'm going to do it just to tick that box professionally. And yes, money will come with that. Obviously, you're not going to go and work for free. Not at this stage of my career, but those are my two biggest goals. The Olympics, I remember when Rio came and I was very inexperienced and I was applying for jobs to get into the Rio Olympics and I didn't get any. Now I've got a bit more experience. Now I can say, what, I've done CNN, I would have done Sky by then. I've done Fox, I've done ESPN. So it's about attacking it. And so those are the two goals for 2020. Plus I want to grow this massively. I really want to grow it. Obviously I filmed this in my front room and it's not ideal, if I'm honest with you. I want my front room to be my front room again, which would be nice. So ideal for me, and I wrote some ideas down, but I want a small studio close to here. Just so the benefit of filming in my front room is if something happens, I can quickly make a video about it. That's the benefit. So I don't want to go to a point where I have to drive for a studio. So I want a studio close to here where I can set up everything. I can have a big sort of desk and table, lights, cameras. I can get you guys in because so many of you guys I know want to be on. But obviously it's difficult to invite everyone around to my front room. I only live in a 1-bedroom flat. So that's the aim. So Euros, Olympics, and to really grow this channel. Grow it massively. So we're talking interviews, podcasts. We're talking getting out there a bit more like I did in Saudi Arabia to cover events. Yeah, so much. By the way, my sister paid for my ticket to get to Saudi. Not bullshitting. So that's how tough the year's been. But look, we're here. We're still here. We're fighting. And we're going to make shit happen. We're going to make shit happen because we have no other choice but to make shit happen. Yeah, so for you guys, there are many guys out there that message me and email me about sort of wanting to do kind of what I do. So like, sit down and talk about different sports. You got G-Man Boxing who's doing, I fucking love that kid. G-Man Boxing is doing his stuff. He had Gary Spike O'Sullivan on his channel recently. He's grown it to over 1,000 subscribers. There's so many other guys out there as well that message me, guys that want to set up cricket channels, other guys that want to do their boxing stuff. you've got to be consistent. Like, you've got to be consistent. And I don't mean this to be harsh, but let's be harsh and brutal. One video a week, one video a month just ain't cutting it. It's just not cutting it. I'm not saying that you should go crazy and do 20 videos a day and shit, but you've got to be consistent. If you are, or you want to do a boxing channel and something happens in boxing, you've got to talk about it. You've got to jump on and talk about it. You've got to. There are times when I've gone out the night before, woke up, smashed to pieces and thought, fuck me, I've got to do this video. I've got to do it because I am calling myself a boxing channel. So you've got to be consistent in whatever you do. You can't be one of those people that only do something when something big happens in the sport. I try and do as many videos about everything. I know I don't go down to like English and Southern area level, but I try and talk about as many different boxers as possible. You've got to do that. You've got to cover it fully. You can't wait for the perfect setup. A few people have messaged me about this setup. And this is so basic, but you can't wait for this. Go and watch my old videos where the wall was white, there was no mic, there was no light, and still got them done. Still got them done. No excuses. I didn't say to myself, I don't have the perfect mic and the perfect lighting. No, just got it done. This still isn't a perfect setup. This is okay. I like it. I love the green chair, but this isn't perfect. But regardless, I'm still going to get the vids done. I probably do, on average, even now, I'd say about 8 to 10 vids a week sometimes. And even that I don't think's enough. I don't think that's enough. So you've got to be consistent if you want to grow your channel. Some people grow it differently, right? There are some guys out there that do sort of videos once a month and those videos hit great numbers. If you're not that guy that's going to hit great numbers doing one video a month, then you've got to do 30 videos a month. It's just that simple. One guy, and we'll end on this, one guy I always take inspiration from is Chael Sonnen, former UFC fighter, former Bellator fighter, does stuff now for ESPN, very good talker. He does about 40 videos a month, maybe more. There's sometimes, this is no bullshit, go and check his channel, where he's done 30 videos a week. And I'm thinking, if Chael Sonnen can sit on a chair and do 30 videos a week, then I'm sorry, I've got to do it. There's no excuse. He must be busy, right? He does so much other stuff around sort of the US. He still trains people. He does his ESPN stuff with Ariel Helwani. If he can do 30 videos a week, then fuck it. I mean, all bets are off. You've got to do more. You've got to do more. So for those people that are messaging and emailing me, you guys all know I always respond. I always call. I always try and offer advice. But the only big advice I can give you is do more. That's the biggest one. Do more. And become better at your subject. I know some people still message me and say, Ade, you don't know shit about boxing. And they're, I've always said I'm a big casual fan. I've never said I'm a hardcore boxing fan, but I still try and learn about the sport a lot more. I mean, there's some people out there that'll blow me out of the water, but it doesn't mean I can't. And I do this most nights, watch a couple of old boxing vids, listen to people that I respect in the game, and do that. And I'm sure 2020 will be good. But again, if anyone needs advice on anything, if anyone wants to know how I've gone from Islington Council to CNN and Sky Sports in 4 years, drop me an email and I'll probably take you out for a drink and tell you all. Peace, people.